Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals in the Premier League, using my many years of coaching experience from all over the world. If you're into coaching and you want to learn more about coaching, I'm probably going to be running some online coaching courses across through the summer, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do those yet, probably through Patreon or something like that. So if you're interested, stay tuned for stuff like that. But if you can pick up a lot just from listening to how I break down goals. And remember, breaking down the goals, I can only break down what's in front of me. So sometimes the lessons or sessions are fantastic, and some of them, they're just kind of hokey because there's not much to talk about. Here, we're going to talk about something, and as I'm rambling, I want you to have a little look at the attacking and defensive teams, right? This is what I'd do if I was running a course. I'd give you a snapshot and say, right, make up your mind. Tell me what you see. It's like one of those, games on TV. I think it's called Catchphrase. Tell me what you see. Right now, you're seeing that's the line of where their defensive Tottenham is cut off and everyone is getting drawn to the ball. And they're leaving these two players completely and utterly exposed. You can see that. But look how many players are just getting magnetised to the ball. Okay, this is just terrible. You, as a coach, if you're coaching a team or if you're a player and you're playing in the team, be the player that's the smart one, that basically has your head on a swivel, looking around and analysing threats, so you can come in and cover people that are completely and utterly unmarked. Because what ends up happening is, look, there's a bit of a bundle. Look at how everyone gets secure. I've got my man. Yeah, but there's two people free on the back post. Even the goalkeeper's head, he hasn't even had a little threat analysis. Okay, so if you've ever done anything with threat analysis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Keep your head on a swivel, observe everything, spot where your threat is, because it's not necessarily the ball, it's normally the people that don't have it. So all of a sudden, bosh, this all starts to break down. No one is even reacting to these guys. No one's looked, no one's still looking, everyone is still magnetised to the ball. As it comes across, we've got to stop it because Premier League gets mad if I keep playing it through. I'll find if I can do that on Patreon and play the whole thing through, make the clips quicker and shorter, just so I can do more better technical analysis from the cash. But as you can see, as this ball comes in here, the guy's completely and utterly unmarked. And it's just from laziness. They've got enough players, they've got enough time, they've got a keeper that can yell at them and tell them exactly what they want to do, but they don't seem to. So when he receives and picks up the ball, he doesn't have an easy finish, but it's a good one. Comes in, Bosch takes a touch out of his feet, really good strike there. First touch to take his strike there. He set the ball in front of him, it's not under his feet, so his next touch is at the top of the net box. Bosch, straight out the keeper. It's so quick the keeper doesn't really have a chance. Let's get on to the next goal and see what we can find. Next goal is a penalty from VAR. I don't know if anyone can spot it. It's around about here somewhere that's dodgy going on. Funny thing is, same player, I think he was doing it last week and got away with it. So he immediately tries to do it again this week because he gets away with it. When I keep calling players babies, it's because they're babies, they're children. They'll try to get away with anything they can. And if you let the children do something wrong, next week they're going to do something wrong again. And if you let them get away with it 2 weeks in a row, they're going to do it wrong the third week to see if they can get away with it wrong again. Classic examples happening right here. However, this did go to VAR and it was given as a penalty. Let's have a little look at the pen. Bunch of little stutter steps and he comes up and smashes the ball. I'm a firm believer the keeper just picks aside and goes with it. The quality and accuracy that players can hit the ball with, they can beat keepers so quickly. So I'm a big fan of just picking aside and going with it and just hoping that you get it, and just seeing what you can. That's because honestly, goalkeeper, it's all rock, paper, scissors. It's very 50-50. Actually, it's not anymore. It's more like 80-20 in favour of the striker. Maybe even a bit more nowadays. But unless you actually know which way or how this striker is going to take his penalty, and you've got your cheat sheet, which you should have at this level, I'm a firm believer, just pick a side and go for it. Or look at your cheat sheet before the game. You know exactly where he's been going for the last 4 penalties. You think he's going to go different. You pick that side and you go for it, which is fair enough. Let's get on to the next goal. Okay, this is from the corner. Anyone who's listened or watched me before will know exactly what I'm going to say about the D. There's no defensive player on the D. If there was, he's going to come over and shut this ball down. There isn't. What's the next thing I'm going to yell about is a person on the post. Don't think it matters because this strike is so good. But they're the two main focuses I always talk about when we're doing corners and the alike. But yeah, we generally talk about that. But right here with this strike, I think the only one that might have been is the player defending on the D to come out and shut him down, because this strike is quality. Let's just play it. Bush takes a touch, which is even worrying. By the way, if there was a player there, him taking that touch is enough time for him to close him down. That's only let's just say 10 yards. But yeah, he's there. He's there quick enough. Yeah. Takes a touch, smashes it into the top corner. Quality goal. Then if someone was on the post, yeah, maybe he would have got it. But I also think at this time, if there was somebody on the post, he would have run out with his teammates and not been there and been up here. Don't think you can really question the keeper because it's come across him, actually. It's a good strike. It's, yeah, sometimes you got to go. Good goal, mate. Good goal. Let's get on to the next one, see what we can find. It's another penalty. Who's shocked? Oh, yay, nobody. Right, so when we're looking at this penalty, the problem is the modern rules, you're coming in for someone from behind. Okay, you're always going to be given a foul away. It doesn't really matter what you do because that's just the modern rules. They're just doing it so people don't get injured. And this guy he's got complete separation, so he's got time. He's got the ball. He's under control here. As it's moving forward, you can see he's coming in for the challenge. Starts to poke the ball through the legs. See, that unfortunately, right, to me, it's not foul. Carry on playing football. But in the modern rules, it is. And that's the biggest problem. It's what you subjected a foul was when you're playing or when you're doing compared to what it is today. And that is the biggest disconnect between fans, coaches, players, managers, and everybody else. Is what it is today isn't what it was 3 years ago. And the problem in the Premier League today wasn't what it was last night because they change the rules daily. So here we go. Bosh, in it comes. And then see that's where the foul comes because his whole leg and body weight goes on his calf and pulls him down. That's the problem. That's the penalty. He can't continue his run because he's hampered by this lunk of a player leaning on him. Penalty. Okay, another penalty before he takes it. I want you to think back to which side did he score on last time. There's a reason why I hung on drew out the explanation of the last penalty because normally I just blaze right through them. You'll find, like, especially when I'm doing like proper courses and stuff, I'll do that. I'll drag onto a question or talk about something because in 2 hours I'm going to ask you to recall everything I was talking about and relate it to what we're just showing you so you don't get caught out. Right, so if you're the goalkeeper, they scored over here last time. You dive that way. Which way do you dive? Same way. It's rock, paper, scissors. So if you go rock, he's gone paper to beat you. So he knows he knows that you're going went paper. So he thinks you're going scissors, which is this way. You dive the exact same way as you did last time and call his bluff. What's what happens? Bosh. He goes where he put it last time. He should have gone where he went the time before. Cash would have been right, and he would have saved the penalty. Didn't do it. Switched opposite sides. Keeper got bluffed. Let's get on to the next goal. Okay, what's the rule that we always say in the Premier League? Someone's got their hand up telling somebody what to do. Someone's about to score a goal in 5 seconds. Guaranteed. Pay attention to the game, buddy. Right now, what's his problem? I'm telling you, he should be marking this player right here. He should be cutting in there because he knows, look, he's already assessed the situation. He sees how many of these players there already are and his mate's in trouble because he can't pass to these two because he's blocking his line of sight there. He can't pass to him because he's blocking his line of sight there. Can't pass to him because he's blocking his line of sight. Oh, look at me zoom in. Yay. I still don't know how I do that, by the way. But he does have an outball through the keeper. His only way of survival is to give it to the keeper and get rid of it. Or maybe the keeper can find an angle around there. The keeper can pass it into a little bit further space over here so this guy can turn and run onto it over here a little bit. Away from this guy. Doesn't do that. What does he do? Takes a little touch. Oh, everything's way too late. Way too late. This guy could have snuck in. He read the danger. You saw him read the danger. You saw him put his hand up, but he didn't do anything with it. He just stood there. He should already been tracking into this space. Now, personally, I don't think it's going to make any difference, but if he does run into this space, he's actually doing a little bit better than standing still. He's actually, realised the situation, and maybe this guy's going to make a mistake because of it. Now he starts to panic. Look how slow he is. He needs to be right here on this front post. He knows the ball, if he comes to the front post, it's going to get passed over there. So he doesn't, if he was there earlier, okay, he only has to pressure one way. So let me try and explain that a little bit better to you. Right now, he has to pressure here and then turn around and then go pressure over there. If he was already moving, he'd be here and he wouldn't have to pressure. He would only be pressuring one way over here because he doesn't have to pressure here because the guy can't shoot because he's in his way. Now he has to shut this down, turn around and shut that down, all in the same motion, which he can't do. And all he'll end up doing, overcommitting. Okay, comes in, dosh, and he ends up in no man's land. Absolute no man's land, because he doesn't pick a decision to go. I don't mind if you get the wrong decision, because we can help you correct the wrong decision. When you don't make a decision, and you stand there in no man's land, it means you don't understand the situation. It means you don't have enough brain power to make a decision. That's worrying. Ball goes in the back of the net box. Oh, but let me talk about this touch. That's terrible. Okay, there are some players that are just lucky with their touch, even though it's a terrible touch. The reason why it's a terrible touch is because it bounces up and it's got to wait for it to come down. Okay, one time I'll actually explain to everybody what speed of play is because nobody actually really knows the difference in what speed of play is and what they actually think it is. And he's got awful speed of play, but he gets away with it because he's in so much space. Watch his touch. Bosh, skip up, bounces up a little bit, and he gets a good clean strike to get himself his little goal. Bosh, in it goes. His strike isn't even clean. His strike is even bad. By the way, if he had a clean strike, I think the keeper would have saved it. The bounce on the floor up over the keeper, I think, got in the goal. And that's the funny thing, is some players are like that. If he hits a properly clean, good strike, doesn't go in. If he bounces it off the floor and scuffs it after his first touch is terrible, he does get a goal and everyone thinks he's brilliant. There are players like that. Everything he does is a scuff miss hit, but it goes in the goal, or bad control, but it bounces up over the player and he gets away with it because, hey, that's just some people. Let's get on to the next goal. What was that? Is there one? Yeah. Okay, what am I going to say? This is a corner. It's been played in here. We know what Cash is going to yell about. There's no one on the back stick. This is a perfect example to see why you would do such a thing. The keeper's covering the front post. Perfect. Great. Now that's exposed your whole backside open to someone to score in. If you have someone here covering your backside, you're not so worried because he's going to do that job for the keeper. So when the ball switches and changes, which it does, it comes out here, then they whip the cross in, someone would be there to receive and challenge with the ball. I'll show you from the other angle where it goes. Here's what I'm talking about. If you watch the movement of the keeper, the problem is the keeper's now, he's trying to move from his right to his left, and he ends up sort of stumbling. And if you have someone on this post area here, he can come out and he can challenge for this ball between these two guys. If he's over here, he can come and challenge for this, right? Because this guy's clearly got a run on his defender. So when the ball comes in, bosh. Do you see the keeper's hammering and scrabbling for it because he's trying to cover too much ground and get there? He can't. He needed someone to back him up on that back post. And that's why you do it, because you can't be all over those places. And people that think you can have never really played against a good team, or how quick people can move the football, because you need two people there if he's that far at the front post like he was. But there we go. Thanks for that, and I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.